Gil Martin here, and welcome to the Daily Packers Post, where we provide daily in-depth coverage of your Green Bay Packers. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode, and you'll get them as soon as they drop. Lots to discuss here on the Daily Packers Post, and don't forget to check out thepackerspost.com for our in-depth daily articles about the team. This Packers team may have seen the last of Jaire Alexander as a member of the Green Bay Packers. And maybe the icing on the cake or the biggest giveaway was that when the team was there to clean out their lockers after, the playoff loss against the Eagles, Jaire Alexander declined to address the media, basically saying that he had nothing nice to say, so he's not going to say anything. I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty close to exactly how he put it. And look, it's a difficult decision for the Packers. Alexander, when he's healthy, is by far the Packers' best cover corner. He is a two-time Pro Bowler. He is one of the few players in the NFL as a corner who is capable of shutting down a quality receiver on the other team or taking away a side of the field for most of a game. And let's face it, that is an important thing to have in the NFL today, which is, a pass-happy league that, most of the opposing offenses are based on the passing game. And if you look at, the teams that the Packers lost to, whether it's, Amon-Ra St. Brown or Justin Jefferson, you've got some great receivers on the teams that were able to beat the Packers. Now, to Jeff Hafley's credit, and to the credit of Carrington Valentine and Keyshawn Nixon, and obviously Xavier McKinney and Evan Williams, and the other players in the secondary, Javon Bullard, they all did a good job in Alexander's absence. But you still need, if you're going to beat the elite teams, you really do need a top flight cornerback. And without Alexander right now, while the Packers have some quality at corner, there is no elite shutdown kind of a player. But here's the other thing. You could save almost $7 million by letting Alexander go. You may be able to get something for him in a trade, which certainly would be valuable. And why would you trade him? I can think of two important reasons. Reason number one, the old cliche, the most important ability in the NFL is availability. And as of late, Jaire Alexander, well, the availability hasn't been there. He played in 7 games this year out of 17. Played in 7 games last year in 2023 out of 17. Played 16 games in 2022, which was his last Pro Bowl season. But in 2021, 4 games. So over the last 4 seasons, he's played less than half of the games in 3 of them. And look, I'm not saying it's his fault or that he's not taking care of his body, but the fact is he just keeps being sidelined. Now, we also had that incident last year where he was suspended for 1 game for conduct detrimental to the team. The game was in Charlotte. He is from that area, and he unilaterally decided he was going to be the captain. He was going to call the coin toss, and he almost screwed it up, and really the officials kind of bailed him out, or else the Packers could have ended up both kicking off in both the first half and the second half because he kind of screwed things up. So with Jaire Alexander, it's a difficult decision. And while you could save $7 million against the cap in 2025, and the Packers are okay with cap space right now, the bigger issue is, I think, and the reason I would explore trades for Jaire is the cap hit goes up in 2026 and 2027. You don't want to take a big cap hit as Alexander gets to be 28, 29, 30, and then the injuries are more likely to continue. And, also his play may start to slow down. The other thing is this. I think an unhappy Jaire Alexander would be a distraction in the locker room. A happy Jaire Alexander can electrify the locker room. He can give this team spirit and enthusiasm. And I think he could bring a lot. But if he's not happy, and it really does appear as of the end of this season that Jaire is not happy, I think that could be a distraction. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there are some people who are saying, oh, yeah, Jaire Alexander, he doesn't want to play. I don't buy that. I do not question the effort he made to get back on the field. He was practicing, and it just seemed like the knee kept swelling up, and he just wasn't able to go. So for me, the issue is not, oh, yeah, Jaire Alexander, his heart isn't in it. He doesn't want to play football. That, to me, is not the issue. The issue is, will he be on the field? Will he be a distraction? And can he get back to being the player that he was, in 2022, in 2020, when he had those 2 Pro Bowl seasons, and even before then, because his first few seasons in the league, you knew right away that Jaire Alexander was a really good player. And look, if this is the end of Jaire Alexander's career, there were some great moments. You had the 2 Pro Bowl seasons. Obviously, you had the very, very big play that he made in the playoff game against Dallas. He has had moments that were very, very important for this football team. And he provided this team with a lot of really important moments. And, he was the very first pick ever made by Brian Gutekunst, which is pretty impressive. And he just has, done some good things. Let's put it that way over the course of his career in Green Bay. But based on his injuries, based on the distraction that he was 2 years ago in the locker room, and based on the way he left the locker room on getaway day, I would tend to think that this would be the time to move on from Jaire Alexander. And one other reason, you know what? Here's the old cliche. It is always better to move on from a player a year too early than it is to do it a year too late. And it gives Brian Gutekunst the flexibility to make a trade, or to draft a cornerback early, or to sign a veteran free agent corner who can lift the team and give them, another really good shutdown cornerback. Or you could do both. But I think in the long run, moving on from Jaire is probably better, even though I'm going to miss the guy because I really did enjoy watching him play. Don't forget to check out thepackerspost.com online to get our daily articles on the Green Bay Packers. I'm Gil Martin. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of the Daily Packers Post. Don't forget to click the like button and to subscribe, and then click the notification bell so you know as soon as new episodes drop. We'll be giving them to you every Monday through Friday right here on the Daily Packers Post. Have a great day, everybody. And of course, go Pack Go.